Have you ever wondered why some friendships just fall apart? It's a question that's crossed all our minds at some point, especially when someone who once felt like family suddenly feels like a stranger. You're close one day, sharing laughs and secrets, feeling like nothing could ever come between you, and then, almost without warning, it feels like you're on opposite sides of a battlefield, unsure how you even got there. I've seen it happen, and honestly, I've been there myself. It's a strange, almost surreal experience to watch a friendship unravel thread by thread. Most of the time, it's not some huge explosive argument that tears people apart. It's something far more subtle. Negativity creeping in, quietly poisoning the foundation you built together, almost like a slow leak you don't notice until the damage is done. Let's talk about how negativity can turn friends into foes, and how it can transform even the strongest bonds into battlegrounds. It usually starts small. Maybe one of you is having a rough week, work is stressful, life feels overwhelming, and you just need to let off some steam. You vent. That's normal, right? After all, friends are supposed to be there for each other, to listen and support when things get tough. But then, it happens again. And again. The venting becomes a pattern. And soon every conversation seems to circle back to what's wrong. Suddenly, every conversation is drenched in complaints or sarcasm. Negativity spreads like wildfire, infecting every interaction and making it harder to remember the good times. If I bring a bad mood into every hangout, eventually my friend starts to feel drained. The energy shifts, and what used to be fun now feels like a chore. Maybe they avoid my calls, maybe they snap back, or maybe they just start to pull away, little by little, until the distance feels impossible to bridge. The trust we had starts to crack. What once felt unbreakable now feels fragile, as if one wrong word could shatter it completely. Over time, those little cracks become deep divides, resentment builds, and suddenly you're keeping score of every slight and every mistake. Suddenly we're nitpicking each other's flaws, focusing on what's wrong instead of what brought us together in the first place. Small annoyances turn into major arguments. What started as a minor irritation now feels like a deal breaker, all because we didn't check that negative energy at the door. We let it in, and it took over. Here's the truth. Negativity is contagious. It doesn't just affect one person, it spreads through the group, changing the entire atmosphere. It doesn't just affect me, it shapes the mood, the vibe, even the future of my friendships. The more negativity we allow, the harder it is to find our way back to positivity. If I'm always cynical, my friends might start to mirror that, or they might just pull away for their own peace of mind. But it's not hopeless. There's always a way to turn things around if we're willing to try. I've learned that recognizing negativity is the first step to stopping it. It's about being honest with yourself and noticing when your words or actions are bringing others down. When I catch myself complaining, I try to balance it out with gratitude or a genuine compliment. Even a small positive gesture can make a big difference. Even a little effort can change the entire dynamic. A kind word, a shared laugh, or a moment of understanding can help rebuild what negativity tried to break. If a friend is stuck in a negative loop, I try to listen, but I also set boundaries. It's important to support each other, but not at the cost of our own well-being. I remind myself that my mental space matters too. Taking time to recharge and reflect helps me show up as a better friend. The goal isn't to ignore real problems or pretend everything is perfect. It's about facing challenges together, without letting negativity define our relationships. It's to make sure we're not letting negativity define our relationships. We can choose to focus on solutions, on growth, and on the things that make our friendships worth fighting for, because at the end of the day I want my friendships to be sources of support, not stress. I want to look back and remember the good times, not the grudges. So next time you feel that negative energy rising, take a breath. Pause for a moment and ask yourself if this is really how you want to show up for the people you care about. Think about the kind of friend you want to be. Are you building bridges or burning them? Are you lifting others up or dragging them down? It could be the difference between growing closer or growing apart. The choice is always in our hands, and every day is a new chance to choose connection over conflict.